to the Wager Makers Podcast with Webb and Schmidt.
Brick by brick, baby. I'm freaking out, Webb.
I was told there'd be no man. Stupidity's going to be an asset. What a bunch of crybabies.
Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and this is Rob Webber. Say hey, Webb.
Hello. What's up, Smith?
What's up, Webb? I'm Smith, that's Webb, and we are the Wager Makers. Thank you all for joining us. Wager Maker episode number 98 tonight, Webber.
Dude, I'm stressed. I don't know what we're going to do at 100. I don't know, man. The number came to me easy. No one's going to know my number. Needless to say, it's a Cowboy defensive lineman, number 98, Greg Ellis. Yeah, I don't know, 12 or 15-year career. Maybe, I think, 1 or 2 Pro Bowls. But his claim to fame or infamy is that was the year they were supposed to draft Randy Moss. So Greg Ellis, I think, went 12th, and Randy Moss went whatever 19th or something. And this was coming off all kinds of craziness with the Cowboys when there was all kinds of crazy shit was happening with the Cowboys. So JJ could not pull the trigger on Randy Moss. We know how that worked out, and they took Greg Ellis. Again, not Greg Ellis's fault. More than a serviceable defensive tackle for, like I said, I think 12 or 15 years, but certainly no Randy Moss. So I'll give it up to Greg Ellis. But I did look. Did you see the dude? There was some dude, defensive lineman for the Vikings that I never heard of. He said he was played for 10 years and made like 5 Pro Bowls.
Well, I saw Julian Peterson, but I thought
it
said San Francisco.
Oh, maybe that's what it said.
And I was like, well, I don't really recognize. Like, I don't remember him that well. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he was like a role player. They even said 98's not because they didn't have a hockey player for 98.
Right.
They didn't have nothing like that. But they did have and I'll give this a little honorable mention for the fat guys that clog up the middle. Tony Siragusa of the great Baltimore Ravens defenses. He was clogging up the middle. He was number 98.
I did see that. Yeah, that's funny though. Julian Peters, like I know most guys, we both between the two of us. For neither one of us to really remember that dude was that was the point of the whole thing I was trying to make. Yeah, I don't remember him, but whatever, you know.
I feel so much better now because when I read it, I kind of felt the same way. And he was like on San Francisco, and like you say, he was maybe a couple Pro Bowls, but just like a mainstay for 10 years or something. Yeah, it's like I don't remember that.
Yes, me neither. So I was like, whoa, that's unusual, but. You know, whatever. We'll give it up to the Goose. That's cool with me. Or Greg Ellis, whichever.
All right. So we got a lot of stuff to get to tonight, Webb. I mean, football season, we had one game, the Hall of Fame game. Did you catch any of the Hall of Fame game?
I did. I'm regretting every fucking second that's whatever X amount of minutes of my life I cannot get back. Needless to say, there's not a bigger Cowboy fan on the planet. I may try to downplay it here on the show just to kind of keep it looking like it's, kind of not biased. But it was a fucking disgrace, despicable. You know, it's awful. You can't watch it. You can't. I don't know how we do it. Easily was the unders. A genius pick by you.
I picked it. I have to say, last week I did mention unders in the first preseason game. Lock. They weren't scoring. They weren't scoring.
Dude,
shit.
It was.
And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same thing this week too. Just in case you're wondering.
I mean, believe me. What do we dream about? You know, popsicles and gumdrops and shit. I dream about Tar Heel Blue and and here we go.
The Wager Maker Express.
And I apologize. It is hot in New Jersey, Smith. Hot. I'm talking.
You're sweating in the garage. We're doing this for you, people. We're doing this for you.
We're talking 97. I got a tea time with Perone, Belfi, and Little Rob tomorrow at 12:30. We might not make it.
Come on, man. You're talking to New Orleans. You're talking to New Orleans here.
Well, we ain't used to this shit. We know heat, but this is.
I unloaded a truck today, Webb. 650 cases of skull mugs today, Webb. 650 cases. I'll show you. I got the time lapse video on it.
Times is tough. We got to unload our own mugs.
Right. So, Webb, the Hall of Fame, not just the game, but yes, correct. Thank you for bringing that up. I did mention the under. I also roll with the Steelers, but it was more or less hey, I like the Steelers because I hate the Cowboys and grew up a Steelers fan. So I took them too. So I got to start out the season. Nothing's better than starting out the NFL season 2-0, preseason or not.
Listen, man, that's 2 wins right there. You got to lose 2 to break even. I did not like. I thought the game would mean more to the Cowboys, and I think it may have. Not a good performance, certainly by maybe by Parsons, who I was down on, the linebacker. The dude seems like he runs sideline to sideline. If he's not making a tackle, he's damn sure right near it. That was encouraging. I didn't like anything I saw from the swing tackle in particular, number 99, like Ty Niski or something is his name. Apparently he's had a bit of a career, but he did not impress me. There was nothing that I came away, maybe aside from that, the one corner looked, we got kind of abused for picking the kid Nashawn or something like that, right? Number 40, tall, lanky dude. He was on the one play where Claiborne got hurt or whatever the dude's name is. What's the guy's name, the big receiver? Well, from Notre Dame. He had a good season last year. Anyways, he ran down. He missed the ball. He dropped the ball. He got hurt on the play. And then the dude covered him the next play. But Claypool.
Did he get hurt? He got hurt yesterday? The other day?
On that one play, I don't think he played. He fell down on that play. I don't know that he came back. And then the dude made a good play the next time they tried.
Probably the kind of year he had last year, he shouldn't even be in that game.
Right. I mean, they're counting him for.
What about, okay, so they had the NFL Hall of Fame in ceremonies and stuff. They had 2 years, 2020, 2021.
Right.
A lot of great players. Woodson, obviously Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, one of your boys, Jimmy Johnson, Drew Pearson. Webb.
Jersey boy.
So lots of Steelers, lots of Bill Cowher and Polamalu, lots of Cowboys.
Yep.
Guys, we're getting old, Webb. When we start, like when we seen the whole guy's career, you know what I mean? It used to be Hall of Fame
in college, like he's going to be good in the pros, and then you see his whole career, and now he's getting inducted into Hall of Fame. We've seen him the entire beginning and end.
You used to be like watching the Hall of Fame, be like, "Hey, Dad, was that guy any good?"
Yeah, right. We cut him at the end.
Who was that guy?
Old. He's got a reputation. Now we've known him from his sophomore year in college till he's, now he's inducted.
Right. So, and you know me, I like the speeches. So I listened to some of the speeches. I think they cut them all. They didn't let them drag on as long as they have in the past, which is a good thing.
I did not watch. That's not my thing. I try to catch it. That for me is a good thing of like Twitter or something like that. I can kind of watch the guys I want to watch. And if something pops up that's interesting, I could watch that. I didn't watch it. I was running around with Debbie. But they should. I mean, that's a lot of dudes. You know what I mean? And that's,
Well, they did it 2 nights. It was 2 different nights. They did the 2021 night and 2021. Okay. But still, it takes forever when they let them ramble on about the whole thing. But just a couple highlights. Obviously Peyton Manning was in there and stuff. But believe it or not, the one dude who came up to the podium that I was like, man, this dude, he was a good player, but I don't think of him as being a public speaker, was Edgerrin James. I thought was the highlight of my
I would agree with that. I don't know what to fill me in. I don't know what happened.
So I mean, he just had a good speech, and he talked about just he didn't go crazy about what the world should do, but just talk about everybody do their job and the world would be a better place. Number one, which is like the basic. Mind your own fucking backyard and stop pointing fingers.
Right. You take care of your family. I'll take care of mine, and then the high tide will raise all the boats. Yeah,
But the thing I like, he little couple comments. It wasn't like a tearjerker or anything like that. But he said, look, I stayed true to myself my entire time in the NFL. Me and Peyton Manning couldn't be further apart. But when we came to the football, we did what it had to do. He said, I came into the league with dreadlocks and gold teeth, and everybody said, man, you can't be doing that. You're not going to make it. They're not going to let you make it if you got, looking like that when you come into the NFL. He said, I stayed true to myself. I knew I was a hard worker. I was a good football player, and I was a family man, and I stayed to that and kept it going. And now I got dreadlocks on that bust over there right now going into the NFL Hall of Fame. And then he went on to say, that I started in this league with gold teeth, and I ended with this gold jacket. That's how he wrapped it up. And I just thought it was cool. It was a good speech. I wasn't expecting much from him when he came up. As far as the public speaking thing and everything, but I was impressed. Just a good speech. Talked about staying true to himself and who he was, but stayed a good person, a family guy, and I thought that was cool.
And a dude from the U too, like you said. I mean, he was prime time. Well, maybe a little behind prime time of the U, but he was, like you said, he was dreadlocks and gold teeth, and he, a dude like I don't know that we ever gave him. Obviously, he got the respect. He's wearing a gold fucking jacket, but I don't know that we knew he was as good as he was. I mean, he was good for a long ass time,
right? And it was, it was kind of like the deal with, with John Elway once he got Terrell Davis. Like Peyton Manning, he was putting up numbers, but they weren't really able to win games until
Right,
win the big games until they got that running game going. And Edgerrin James, they ran, I think that was called that stretch sweep or whatever. They used to run all the time, and they would either run it outside, they would either run it, or Peyton Manning would pull it back, and made it that much tougher to defend.
Yeah, it's a great point. Like he'd always have numbers, and there'd be some games, but they weren't really considered a deep threat playoffs wise until he kind of came along, and they could kind of grind you down to 10. Yeah, good for him, man. Good for him.
And your boy Drew Pearson Webb, the original, for those young people out there, you hear the term Hail Mary in just about every football game you watch. Every time a team's within 7 points and it's down to the last few minutes, we're talking about Hail Marys. This was the original Hail Mary man from Roger Staubach, and he also called himself, Rep, the original 88, which I thought was cool because he was the original 88. Now it's kind of a thing there in Big D.
Absolutely, yeah, and he's an from South River, New Jersey. Him and Joe Theismann, actually from the same town, undrafted free agent. Drew Pearson went on to do very well for himself. I think he's in business with Staubach even to this day. I know he gave some props to Captain America there, but yeah, he was the original Hail Mary against the Vikings. I never met it. I was on Brinkerhoff at I forget the name now. I forget the name of the people's house, but I was there. Yeah, threw it right down the sideline. Just Staubach basically didn't even look. Just heaved the ball into the air. Next thing you know, right down by the sideline, catches the ball into the end zone. Here we go.
The Hail Mary was born. And we talk about it every time a team's within
Vikings,
6
absolutely.
With a few seconds left. So, Webb, we talked about Dallas Cowboys, episode number 1 of Hard Knocks. You didn't check it out.
I don't like I said, I'm not a Hard Knocks guy, and I'm even less so when it's the Cowboys. But having said that, I will watch it. But for my, again, I got hit. Everyone's fucking hit me up with a million things. I did see something on Twitter. My biggest takeaway is that Jerry Jones is 79 years old, and that he goes to McDonald's and buys a McGriddle, and then goes to his office and puts a massive amount of salt on it. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't see it. I saw him eating. I saw him sitting at his desk on like a conference call eating a McDonald's burger of some kind.
He takes a McGriddle. He opens like, you hear the paper. Dude takes a salt shaker. It's like, I was like, dude, I'm dying. Stop.
I guess he's figured he made it this far. I mean, he's probably been eating that every day for his life.
But the point there, it's rich people. It's different rules. Different. Right. That's salt, cholesterol. Forget it. Fast food.
They got a good doctor.
You can do whatever you want. That doesn't matter.
All right. So they I know I almost feel bad that I talked up Hard Knocks so much. You'll probably like it because it's the Cowboys. But there was no drama. No, nothing going on. The only drama is Dak pulled the muscle in his arm. That's no drama. They got everything is like hunky dory, happy. Everybody's loving each other. Hard Knocks usually has some fucking drama, bro. They got Zeke. Zeke Elliott is like wrapping a present for Dak for his birthday. He buys him a new travel bag, and he doesn't know how to wrap a present.
Right.
20, maybe 30. How old is Zeke? 30, 28, something.
He's damn close to 30. Yeah.
Right. Doesn't know how to wrap a present. He pulls it up on YouTube, how to wrap a present. I never wrapped a present before. So what are you doing now? Just for the fucking TV show? I don't understand. But it's all everything. Oh, they given Dak a cake for his birthday. It was everything. Everything was roses. And if you want to know what's going on at Dallas camp, everything is cool.
Great. Everything's perfect.
Everything is rosy.
What did McCarthy? What didn't he? I thought McCarthy dropped a bunch of F-bombs, and I heard Prescott dropped a bunch of F-bombs. No, that's not.
Prescott was pissed off because they've been kind of like load managing him, so he didn't
want to come out and practice. Right?
Which to his credit, he's like, dude, I fucking rested enough. I want to get.
I ain't coming out of this bitch. Stop trying or something like that. It's something I saw.
So that was a little, but I mean, this is for Hard Knocks drama. This is not.
I'm a novice.
Maybe episode 1, they're bringing us down this road.
And what did McCarthy say? I thought he came out with like fuck last year or something. Fuck Charlie. Who gives a shit about last?
Coach speech.
Listen. That's to me. I like that.
Well, that's what you like too. Yeah, I think one year I quoted Gruden during.
You definitely did. Right.
And but they did show like that leg break of Dak had last year, and man, it's brutal. I remember. And was this tell me what, like, this happened twice in my life that I was very close to somebody with a leg injury. Number one was in football. Chris Blacknall did it while we were playing football. He was a running back, and I got up, and the dude was laying there, and his leg was kind of facing the other way. But was it somehow I was umpiring a baseball game?
Yeah, I was on the Royals. I was playing shortstop. Yeah, and the dude was still in second. Yeah.
And somebody stole second, and he comes. You tagged him out. I called him out. Somehow I was umpiring the game. I called him out, and we looked down, and his leg is like into the base, all turned up and crazy.
Yeah, I just ran. I ran.
Yeah. I call for the parents. It's time to call for the parents.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. I didn't sign up for this.
Hey, come on.
I was playing shortstop. I tagged him, and I turned around. He was all.
I'm like 15. Listen.
Right. I was still playing. I was. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how. Like, I don't know if I was just hanging around the park that day, and they were like, "Hey, Smith, get the fuck."
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Yeah. Right. We need an umpire.
Right. Yeah. So Webb, we were.
Well, let's go back to Prescott. Did they show when he tried to like take it and turn his foot around?
Oh no, they just showed a couple clips of.
Like when he does it, like he sits up, he's sitting on his ass, and he's like he tries to turn his foot. It's crazy. Watch it. It's not the easiest thing to watch. Try to watch it. He literally tries to grab his foot and turn it.
Like turn it the right way. Get it. Listen, it's not supposed to be this way. It's
right. So that's crazy. It's crazy.
So anyway, so far it's the worst Hard Knocks that I've seen, but you'll like it because it's some cowboy bullshit. But everybody's so friendly. Like maybe that's a problem. Nobody's pissed off at each other, and there's no drama going on there at the.
There's got to be something. I mean, I haven't heard anything. I mean, they had some fights. Did they do anything with the Rams? Right? They had a fight with the Rams. Aaron Donald got in a fight with Connor Williams, and even Tony Pollard, that second string running back there, number 20, got in a fight with some dude.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be on next week's episode.
Right.
Your guy number 11 did look good in camp though.
That's Parsons. That's
the number 1 pick. He's all over the place and pissed off when they take him out of the game.
He did something thing too. Yeah, he didn't want to come out. Did they show it at the Hall of Fame game? He's like, I want to go back in, right? And he's like, no.
He was begging him on the phone upstairs. Please. That's not enough. It's not enough. So good on him. All right. Anyway, enough of that shit. Webb, we were hard on the USA for the Olympics. Especially the USA hoop team. Well, they won the gold.
Yeah.
Were we too hard? Were we too hard and too prejudgmental, or did we just not like the way they act or something like that?
No, we were accurate in our appraisal that they were aloof and they were entitled as they all are. Certainly NBA guys, but at the end, listen, Kevin Durant was draped in an American flag. They did what they had to do. Listen. Kudos to them. You can never disparage a gold medal and the dudes who are running around with a American flag draped on them.
Yep.
They did what they had to do. The NBA is a whole nother story. We could have 75 shows on that. They just gave Luka $207 million. We've gone ad nauseum about that. Let's just drop the NBA here for this show. Good for them. They won, and the USA did win. They came out overall in gold medals, right, or just medals?
I think it was overall. Overall, but also probably golds too. Yeah. I think both. I think by the time it was all said and done, and track was all done and everything, and hey, I watched a lot of that golf, the women's golf. That Korda woman, she was amazing for the USA golf, man.
Yeah,
she had one of the best rounds I ever watched was the second round of that tournament. Unbelievable. She was almost had a 59, but she double bogeyed the last hole. I think we might have talked about that last week, but she ended up getting the gold. After last week's show, that's what happened. And then Xander Schauffele.
That's incredible. Schauffele did great. I mean, it's not be the host country and take home all those gold. It's almost like the fix is in on the host country there. Beat them by one is certainly an accomplishment. And we were kind of struggling there a little bit. It seemed like we said on some of those dominant, like USA hoops and some other these sports that we didn't, we should have maybe thought we were going to mail it in. But good for the USA. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. We're happy to do it. Happy. Hey, look, sometimes you got to call it out. We just call it like we see it.
Hey, listen, that's right. We call it right. Exactly.
So look, we got big news. We got other stuff coming up. We definitely have a right here at home in New Orleans, the douchebag of the week. No easy one. But a little bit we'll talk about what a lot of people are tuning in for tonight. Man, we got money. We got money out there.
Money.
So number one, thank you to the Buffalo Grill in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
They're putting up $500 for our
that's our biggest
fantasy football league.
League.
Fantasy football league.
Yep.
And so there's
How
four
are we with
spots
that?
left.
Okay, there we go.
4 spots left in the fantasy football league.
Is
Just
Verona
reach
in
out.
or no?
What's up?
Is Nick locked
Nick's
in on
in.
that?
Nick's
All right.
in. Just reach out to us. Email, send us a text, Facebook, however you want to do it. Call me up, whatever you got to do.
Right.
Let me know you want to get in, and I'll get you in the fantasy league. But it'll be gone. It's only been around for a week, so it'll be gone in a couple days. Survivor, MN3 Technologies is putting up for the money that, but also that'll be a $500 prize.
Correct.
And right now we have 15. We just put that out 2 days ago. Right now we got 15 people signed, sealed, and delivered on
that's
that.
already more than last year.
Right.
I think probably off the top of my head.
And then we got the college football pick'em presented by Wilbur Investigations.
There you go.
And that's going to be another $500 prize. And right now we have 11 people already signed up. And that, and like I say, that link, I got that together Monday, I think. And so in 2 days, but look, people, share the Facebook shit, share the
however you want to do it, right?
Share the damn YouTube link. Share however you listen to podcasts. Share that shit. Subscribe.
Yeah, and then whoever you send it to, just all they had to do was like or subscribe. You like, subscribe. Get your daughter to do it. Your sister-in-law, your brother, whatever. Your wife. Just do something. Make us feel good about it. 3 pools, $1,500, 0 entry fee.
0 entry fee. All we're asking that you do is you help us spread the fucking good word.
Put the word out there. That goddamn right. And listen, if you want to listen to the show, that's a bonus. We do think it's getting better and better every week with this college heating up, baby.
Hey man, it's here. We got football here. But anyway, speaking of football, douchebag of the week, Webb. So Michael Thomas got paid almost 2 years ago. $100 million for 5 years of service to the New Orleans Saints.
$100 million, which now
million.
I'm sure he's thinks that's disrespectful.
Well, everything is disrespectful, and that's what we're gonna be talking about now.
Right.
So apparently, what happened was, I think towards the end of last year, he got hurt in the first game of last year.
Correct.
Okay. So in the end of, so they were really still hoping that he would be back for the end of the season, with
what was the injury? An ankle? Was it a high
ankle of some kind, ankle, foot?
High ankles suck, but I'm not sure if that's what they even.
I don't think it was
right.
it. It was something more than that. Right. But they thought, look, just sit out the season almost, come back the last few weeks, and we'll try it.
We still can make it swing, home run swing here at the end of the season. Yep.
So that didn't work out. I think he tried to come back. It didn't work out at the end. And then, then the Saints doctors recommended surgery, and which I guess is very commonplace for a player to get a second opinion.
Yes. Well, of course, the team doctor is employed by the team. Therefore, you go out. But I think it's even in a CBA or even negotiating a contract that it's not only okay, but encouraged.
Yeah.
For every player to go and get your own doctor and let them see if those two prognoses, jive.
Very commonplace. Very okay. So
right.
he goes out. He goes out, gets a second opinion, and the doctors that he sees says, well, maybe with a lot of rest and rehabilitation, we can do this without surgery.
Right.
Fair enough. He goes to the Saints with this. Saints say, no problem. Let's do it. Rest up, rehabilitate, whatever has to go on. Right. And that was at the end of last season, maybe early in the off season.
So what is that? February, January?
Yeah. Saints got knocked out early in the playoffs, right? So
call it just even let's say give
it mid-January. Call it mid-January for fun.
All right.
Let's say wait until February, March. Either way.
Right. Okay.
And then he never talked to the Saints again, apparently until June or whenever.
Right. As I read it, he didn't say anything until the day of surgery or the day he was getting surgery.
Right. And apparently during this whole time, the 6 months or whatever, in the meantime,
from that June,
the Saints, including the wide receivers coach, including Sean Payton, had been trying to call Michael Thomas to say, how's the ankle?
How's it going? Right.
How's it going with the ankle? Right. I mean, you feeling good or you?
Yeah. Right.
No response. And so now the dude's going to be out for a few months.
It said even at least 5 games or something, right? I mean,
that's a couple months. That's 2 months is is 8 games, right?
Right. I think he's getting the surgery like now or something, right?
Right. Yeah, he got the surgery now. And Sean Payton's just like, look, I wish it happened sooner. It didn't. I don't know what to tell you. So then after this news comes out, Michael Thomas did one of those cryptic tweets.
Yeah. Yes.
Saying, oh, they don't want to tell the whole story. They're trying to make you look bad.
About your reputation. Yeah. Then they tarnish it, but you can't say. Yeah. Right. The Saints.
Tell us the story then. If it's a different story, tell us the story. Number one.
But let's go back. Let me interrupt. Let's go back. Let's read the narrative here. So when the Saints 2 years ago, whatever the time frame we just described, when they gave the dude $100 million, in the back of their mind, they're like, they can't wait. I cannot wait to tarnish this motherfucker's
You're gonna fuck him up.
Right. I cannot wait to ruin this dude.
Right.
I'm gonna give him $100 million and just tear him down.
Make him look terrible.
Right.
Make
just
him
totally ruin him. Right.
Make this look like an awful decision.
Right.
I'm going to give you $100 million and then make everybody go, why the fuck did they give him $100 million?
Make us look as bad as humanly possible. I can't make it up. I swear to God.
Makes sense. So now, he's coming out, I guess, acting like, well, the same, that's not the whole story. They're messing.
Right.
Like, all right. And then Sean Payton's like, well, do you have any he's like, Sean Payton yesterday just said, I'm not going to comment on social media posts. I'm not going to fucking do it. I don't even want to be here now to begin with.
Right.
I'm not going to comment on his Twitter post in this motherfucker. So that Michael Thomas, congratulations. You are this week's Wilbur Investigations douchebag
of the week, buddy. It's going away too by 12 lengths.
Oh, by far. Even though because some guys, I think our buddy douchebag golf.
He was up there. He was up there.
I don't even know. I think he's tired of people calling him Brooksy.
Yeah, Shambo is like he'll do something. He's our default. Maybe Kyrie's a little quiet now. It's not
Right. Did you guys speaking of golf, our guy Siwoo Kim, who we're now like secretly, well not secretly, rooting for this guy now.
Absolutely.
Because we if you listen to us a couple weeks ago, he didn't win the gold medal. Apparently he was going to be going into the South Korean military. Well, I guess the pressure is on because the other day in a tour event at TPC in Southwind, he scored a 13 Webb on a par 3.
Oh no, that's it. You're infantry. That's it. That's not even officer candidate.
Like you're higher up.
No, you're front line, dude. You're done. You're done.
Oh man, how can you play with that kind of pressure to begin with? He's like, if I don't start winning tournaments, I'm going to fucking war.
Right. Literally, they're gonna jack me off this green onto the beach of Normandy.
Man, I don't know I thought pressure, but it reminds me of Webb. Like I think it was Lee Trevino who said that when they talked about I think he won a tournament one time, and they said, man, how did you deal with the pressure? Coming down a stretch, it's amazing how you deal with the pressure. And he said, man, this ain't fucking pressure.
Yeah, right.
He said, if I lost, instead of winning $1 million, I was going to win $500,000. When I was growing up, I would play golf with dudes for $100. And I'd have $5 in my fucking pocket. He said, that's fucking pressure. They would have whooped my fucking ass.
Right. I would have taken 9 on it.
They would have my ass.
Right.
That's pressure. Like, no, coming in second and winning $500,000. He's like, that's not pressure.
Right. Look around. It's not pressure.
So Josh Allen, Webb, one of the first quarterbacks of that draft with the year with Lamar Jackson. First dude to get paid 6 years, $258.
All right, what did Prescott get? Prescott got 4 for 160. Easily, I'd rather have Dak Prescott than Josh Allen. I'm a little biased, but not really. Now, here's the problem. I am on record of saying Lamar Jackson ain't no good. I'm not a Baker Mayfield apologist, but he ain't worth none of that money. No, neither one. So they got no choice but to pay more and more. So you're going to see 270, 280 here coming up on these two quarterbacks. That ain't shit. Mayfield's going to have I would assume, a better season. He's got more to work with. It's a much easier job to hand that ball off to Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Plus, I think his receiver, I think he's just in a better situation. Lamar Jackson, I don't care how many regular season games you win. I don't care. Win as many regular season games as you want. Can you beat one of those teams in the playoffs? Can you beat Kansas
You can't even beat Tennessee. You can't even beat Tennessee
right.
when you need.
Can you beat the teams in the playoffs? I don't care how many playoffs, how many regulars. I don't care if you're 100-0 in the regular season. What for? What? For what? What do you pay? I'm not paying you to win games in September and October. You're getting $100 million or $275 million to win games in December and January, dude.
Yep. Now he's catching COVID 2-3 times and doesn't want to get a shot.
No, still unsure. Still unsure.
So, Hall of Fame. We talked about that. I wanted to get your opinion, Webb, on some up and coming next year's class.
Okay.
There's a couple guys you might find interesting. I don't know if you have a different.
I didn't see this. This is good.
Okay, so Andre Johnson. To me, he's a Hall of Famer.
I agree.
Okay. I know your answer on this, and this is no doubter. DeMarcus Ware, Hall of Famer.
Done.
Okay. Steve Smith.
Debatable.
I like Steve Smith to get in.
Debatable. How many years?
He was in the league for a long time, and I mean he was one of the best wide receivers in the game, and little feisty son of a bitch.
He was probably the best player on his team for like 10 years.
A long time. Okay, Anquan Bolden.
No.
Right. I think he was good enough, but just the longevity isn't there of years that okay, now here's Robert Mathis. That's the defensive end for the Colts for years?
Yeah. No, why?
I don't think he should be in either.
I bet he's up there on career sacks, though. I bet.
Yeah, he's probably good. I mean, he was a good pass rusher.
But for how long?
Who was the other guy? Freeney. Mathis kind of came in after Freeney. It was like a poor man's Freeney. He wasn't even as good as Freeney.
Right.
Vince Wilfork, the big old defensive tackle from the
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he played 100. Didn't he play 100 years?
No, he ain't getting for what? No doubt. I mean,
all right. But he was the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean,
he got 5 Super Bowl rings.
He's a victim of his position.
All right. Mario Williams. Right. Exactly. These are guys that are coming up and eligible next year. Okay. Well, those were just appetizers because I want to get to this right now.
That's not. That dude did nothing. He was a bust.
Tony Romo.
No.
Thank you. All right. I thought we were gonna get into a heated discussion.
I should have said yes. So we should.
That's okay. No, I'm glad. No, he does not. He's not. He was popular. He's a popular guy. He's a good quarterback. He was a good quarterback his whole career. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Good solid quarterback. Good solid starter. Not Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Hall of Fame.
That was it. That was a big one.
That was a letdown. That was a letdown. I was like, ooh, we're leading up to Tony Romo. This is going to be great. We should rehearse these things before we go into.
Give me a wink.
You guys know we don't really rehearse this going in. So
soccer. You guys can tell.
All right. One little funny thing about the NBA, Webb. Did you see about Schroeder, whatever?
I did. Why don't you expand?
Okay, so he turned down, I believe it was 4 years, $80 million from the Lakers.
There was another 4. It was a 4. I think it's 484. Not that that's a big deal, but
4
years, 84. 4 for 84.
Okay, 4 for 84. Okay, 4 years for 84. Maybe you should tell us fucking story.
Listen, that's it. I can read that.
And now he's really only getting offered 1 year for 5.9.
Well, where in his mind did he think? Again, I don't understand people clearly.
Did he think he was going to get more? Like, no, I'm going to probably get more than this. And obviously, like you're in LA, you're there with LeBron. Like you got a chance to do.
Listen, in his defense, excuse me. Let's break it down. That's only, I guess. Oh no, never mind. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
All right.
What's that? 20.25 or something, right?
Yeah. 21.
21.
If it was 84, it would be 21.
21. I don't understand. That just tells you where the market is and what.
Well, apparently his market's not there because now he's.
Well, he fucked up, but there's someone of his ilk getting.
Because obviously LeBron signed off on, like, for the Lakers, everybody's in agreement. He's got Anthony Davis to play with. He's got all these other guys to play with now. Turns it down.
Now, was this before? I guess this had to be before.
Maybe that was before the Westbrook
had to be.
thing.
Because they wouldn't have brought another guard in.
So.
Well, yeah, it just cost himself, what is that, $79 million? That's swing and a miss, bud. Swing and a miss.
They don't often swing and a miss, but a lot of dudes, Webb, there's dudes, I think, coming out of even high school now and stuff like that for the name, image, like this. So we talk about the Clemson guy, the new quarterback for Clemson. I forget. I can't even hardly pronounce his name.
What's his name? AJ or DJ?
Googly or something.
AJ or DJ or EJ. That's his first
called
name.
AJ or DJ or AJ. But he's now got a deal with
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah, those commercials are actually pretty funny.
So
I like
he's
those.
Going to be in those. What's somethingville, whatever it is. Heismanville.
College footballville or something like that.
With like Bosworth and then all the.
Those are actually funny. I like those.
Yeah, those are good commercials. The Dr. Pepper commercials. Yes, Bosworth's like a cop or something, or a sheriff. So this dude is the only current NCAA athlete to be in some type of commercial. Why he's the special one, we don't know. But this is his second deal. He's got a deal with it said with the Bohannon's or something. What's the chicken joint? There's a chicken joint down there that Carolina sponsors. Yeah. They do the same thing for every time Carolina scores 100 points, you get a free biscuit or some shit.
Yeah. So he's going to be he's the quarterback. Obviously, he had a good year last year filling in for.
He's good.
So he would be a guy an up and comer to.
Not only that, the dude Bryce has got $800,000. He's not. That doesn't necessarily mean he's making money. That's definitely high profile. But the dude from Alabama, the quarterback, is making more, and he'd never even taken a snap. It's crazy. And we did see the top 25 came out. Who was Alabama, Clemson? Who was 3? Oklahoma, and then like Ohio State. And then I don't know how A&M is going to be. That they don't have a quarterback. Mond is on the Vikings, so I'm interested to see how some of these teams figure it out without a quarterback.
Well, you never know. They got guys coming up, but always the teams in college are the ones that have a guy that's got some experience under his belt. Speaking of which, LSU had a pretty crappy old Miles Brennan. This dude has had some luck in his career there. He's stuck with LSU the whole time. He kind of waited his turn.
Right.
And then he was supposed to probably be the starter when the kid up there in Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow steps in, does his thing, and then he comes in last year.
Burrow, Princess Charming comes in as the season of all seasons.
Right. Comes in last year. Played pretty well, but just the team, the defense, just with the COVID, just LSU never got anything going this last year. Rough season. The defense was terrible.
They're ready to forget. They're really ready. A lot of people are ready to forget 2020, and LSU is at the top of that list.
Right, and so they're coming back, ready to go strong. Dude, this dude, the week before the real camp starts, he goes out on a fishing trip and falls and breaks his fucking arm. Slips on the boat or something.
Right.
Out a real fishing trip with his dad. I don't think, by all accounts, it wasn't just a bunch of dudes getting fucked up on a boat or something.
Yeah, he was legit. I mean, all you people down there do their games. What's even that? Isn't like the gamesman cap? What's
it's Sportsman's Paradise. Sportsman's Paradise.
That's it. So there you go. Listen, that's legit.
Yep.
I don't blame the kid. He's probably been fishing since the same time he was throwing a fucking football. Yeah, just some shit ass luck, man. Damn. I mean, it
looks like Brad Johnson's son is going to be the quarterback for LSU. He had some good games last year, so we'll see. I think LSU will have a better season this year. I don't know how much better. We'll see. I don't know. Coach O is always out there running around with the young.
Right. He's in hot tubs smoking cigars.
Yeah. I don't know. He was once hungry. We'll see how.
His fat ass ain't hungry no more.
Right. Exactly.
He ain't doing no that.
That's what the Nick Saban stand the test of time, man.
Yeah, they're on the outs.
To care that much all the time.
I did put out to the little text between the boys my pick for national champ this year is Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Sooners.
You heard it here first, people.
Not that I'm out on a limb with that, but it's not going to be Alabama or Clemson. I do like Georgia this year. I do like Slovis. I do like the quarterback. That always seems to me to be a big an older quarterback down the stretch, especially some of those SEC games that are going to be ridiculous. You need a quarterback to make a big throw, and that's where I think the difference is going to be between a couple of those teams. And I think Rattler can make them for Oklahoma, and I do think Slovis, I think they're going to have a pretty good year.
All right. Webb, we got NFL football tomorrow night, Friday,
already
Saturday,
Thursday, coming
and
quick.
Sunday.
Yeah. And then a lot of young quarterbacks. Who's playing tomorrow?
Let's see. Tomorrow we got the Patriots and the Washington football team of I'm not sure what they call themselves now. And then the Steelers and the Eagles. We'll see Jalen Hurts, I guess.
Jalen Hurts, and we got Mac Jones. All right, that's interesting. That's good.
Yep. And then Friday,
the Niners, when did the Niners play?
Niners play against the Chiefs on Saturday night. That's probably going to be on TV.
I heard something that. And then what's the other? And then I guess Jaguars. Are they playing Friday? Because we got to see Lawrence play.
Well, I believe I don't know why I'm not seeing it here, but I believe the Jaguars open up Monday night against the Saints. Wow. But I don't know why I'm not seeing it here on my thing. I got Sunday night. And then I go to preseason week 2, and it goes to Thursday. But I'm almost sure that the Saints go to on Monday night. They play the Jags, but wow. I could be wrong. We could be the guys that shouldn't have a podcast. We don't even know the schedule of them.
Exactly. We need an intern. It's Perone's fault.
Okay, that's wrong. The Saints are playing the Jags Monday, August 23rd. Saints are playing the Ravens this week.
So that's a week from.
Let me look for the Jags.
And then when do the Bears play? Because I'd like to see. They say Justin Fields is tearing it up. That's what we can kind of see.
The Bears play the Dolphins Saturday at noon.
And that's interesting, too, because Tua's got to get some time.
And the Jaguars play the Browns on Saturday night on NFL Network. So that's why they'll be on national TV. No doubt. Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, listen, I want to recommend again. Number 1, we got 4 spots left in the Fantasy Football League. $500 thanks to the Buffalo Girl in Little Rock, Arkansas. We got 15 people in the Survivor. We need a whole lot more. That's $500 from MN3 Technologies.
That's unlimited.
We got college football pick'em. That's from Wilbur Investigations. $500 to the winner of that.
Unlimited. That's right.
All right. Get in this shit. If you're not sure how to do it, I got links on Facebook. I got links on Twitter, all that shit. Reach out to us. Ask us. It's at Run Your Pool. If you were in it last year, I think you can go to Run Your Pool and log in. If you might need a league ID or a league name or password or something like that. We'll figure that out. Let us know. But I just
hit my link and it popped up. I logged on. So I have that. I have our 2 pools and our other big one all on the same ID through Run Your Pool. So it's
okay,
really
you were able to get into Survivor too?
Yes, I'm not. Okay. I am not the computer savvy guy, so it really was an easy kind of thing to do. It just took 1 second, and it's going to give you 3 different. Once you log on and Run Your Pool, it's going to have Wager Makers, College Pick'em, Wager Makers, Survivor, and then you and Reed or whoever else is in that other big one. That's going to be on the bottom there.
Yep.
Tough week 1 though, Smith. I don't know, man. I was looking.
Hey, when in doubt, week 1 of preseason. Under. I ain't gonna say it's gonna hit every time. Under.
I'm talking about week 1 of Survivor. I'm already looking that far
shit!
ahead.
I didn't even get.
I'm looking that far ahead, man. I'm trying. I gotta.
I've been doing computer work.
Make sure
anybody out there, while we have to do this, if anybody out there is looking to join DraftKings, okay, wait 1 week to join DraftKings. So, Webb, I opened up an account last night with DraftKings.
Okay.
It's now in Louisiana where you can at least do the fantasy shit here. You can't do the sports book shit, but you can do the fantasy shit here. Because I want to get that affiliate program going where we'll have a link for us, and then you can, if you want to help us out, you use our link to join, and we'll get a few bucks out of it. That's how it kind of works. But so I set up my account and my username's Jersey Smith. So I get the thing to say, the link, and the link says Jersey Smith on it. I don't want it to say Jersey Smith. I want it to say Wager Makers.
Right.
So I get back with them. Listen, I'd like to change my username. I can't change the username. I'm like, I just entered it 30 minutes ago and put $200 in this account.
Right.
Can you fucking change my username?
Right.
Help, and no, you can't do that. I was like, okay, well, can I open up another account with a different email? No, you can't do that. Can can I just change the link to where it says Wager Makers? No, I can't do that. So we might have an account for us that's called Jersey Smith, and just so you know, and just that might be where we're at, because it's going to take me too long to close my account and open another one with a new name.
Why can't you open another account with another valid email address?
I don't know, because it's ID. They actually check your driver's license.
So
why would not? What if I want to have two accounts?
Right. What's the
one's the one I can let my wife see. The other one's the one I can't.
Right. That's the one. Right. That's the slush fund.
Right. And yes, I do know you can hear me. That's why I'm just letting you know that. So, all right. And right now we're gonna let Devin tell you how to listen to us on YouTube and what to do, especially.
Hey guys, it's Devin. Make sure you subscribe to the Wager Makers podcast on YouTube, like all their videos, and click that bell so that you turn on your post notifications and you never miss another video.
Devin. All right. Thank you all for listening. Let people, fantasy football, Survivor, college football pick'em, hit me up and I will let you know how to get in. Webb, take us out.
Brick, baby. Thanks for everybody for listening. Thank you for all our sponsors, Buffalo Grill, Little Rock, Arkansas. Who else? MM3 Technologies and Wilbur Investigations. We're back. It's here, man. Come on. Football season. Tell everybody, let's blow this thing out. A lot of fun, a lot of good stuff happening. $1,500 total in prize money. Trust us. Ask around. We did pay out last year. Prizes were not as big. There will be 3 people, or if last year there seemed people that split. There will be $1,500 paid out.
Minimum. We're just starting. If we get more sponsors, we give it to you.
We'll bump it up. And then again, me and Smith are eligible. So you got to beat the pros. You got to beat the wager makers.
Can you beat Webb and Smith? That's the real. That's
what it comes down to. With some money on the line. Brick by brick, baby. Thanks, everybody.
Welcome to the Wager Makers podcast with Webb and Smith.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Wager Maker Podcast.
Brick by brick, baby.
Yeah.
Here comes the Wager Maker
Here I go.
Express.
I hear y'all sick of losing money cause y'all don't know how to bet. Better hit that Wager Maker Podcast with Smith and Webb. They gon' show y'all how to do this. Take these notes like y'all some students. Y'all can't seem to pick them right. Well, tonight y'all lucky night. It's that Wager Maker Podcast. Wager Maker Podcast. Wager Maker Podcast. Your bookie getting sick cause we built this brick by brick. It's that Wager Maker Podcast. It's that Wager Maker Podcast. It's that Wager Maker Podcast. Come and place your bets with that WM Express. Let's go.